We're going to keep the show rolling. Come to stage. Very funny gentleman. In addition to being a very, very funny gentleman, you may have seen him as part of an improv troupe called Shut Your Hole. Please give it up for Yvis Cannavale. Yeah! Come on. Thank you. There you fat Filipino. Come on, keep it going. My parents are taping this. Before I begin, I'd like to ask you all a favor, if I may. It's been a while since we've had an angry mob. And I'm not talking the LA riots kind of mob. I'm talking the Frankenstein's monster. One group, single-minded into one goal. So what I'd like you all to do is after the show, I'd like you to all get together. I'd like you to call up all your friends and get them all together. Get a weapon of some kind, a gun, a knife, piano wire, a bat with nails in it, whatever the fuck floats your boat. And I'd like you to go out and hunt down and kill anyone involved in those Carrot Top AT&T ads. Kill anybody who worked on them. Kill anybody who actually likes those fucking ads. It's real easy. Just go up to somebody, like Carrot Top? Yeah, bullet in the head. And if there's time, perhaps maybe a subgroup can go off and take out Vin Diesel for him. So. Come on, he's Ben Stein on steroids, for God's sake. Booing me for Vin Diesel. No, don't hurt Vin! He's a great man! Yeah, right. A little bit about me. My name is Yvis Cannavale. I am 30 years old, which means any jokes you have about my name, I've heard already. Alright? A little something for the ladies. I'm half Latino. You like the accident, girl? I am half Latino, half Italian, and I'm a Scorpio. Yeah, which means thank you. Which means I'm either really good in bed or I'm gonna beat you. I'm just kidding, I'm not good in bed. I love that joke. I'm originally from San Francisco, and no, I'm not gay. And I say that because when I first moved down here, I would run into people, I'd go out and meet people, and they're like, oh, what do you do? Well, I do theater, and I do comedy, I write. No, where are you from? San Francisco. Oh. So does that mean you're a little... And I had no idea what the hell this meant. But apparently this is now the politically correct way of saying gay. Remember when this was the hand gesture? The old Mr. Roper bit? Remember that? So apparently gays are no longer limp-wristed, they're just a little off balance. But I've been living here for about 3 years now, and I've come to learn a few things living in Southern California. The first thing is, LA, the name LA is taking on a rather generic term. My friends call me up, hey, we're coming out to LA to visit you. It's like, that's great, I live in Burbank. That doesn't make any sense. But LA, like, encompasses Beverly Hills, Santa Monica, what have you. Now, the thing is that if you're going to actually talk about the city of Los Angeles, you have to say LA proper. Where do you work? I work at LA proper. I'm going to LA proper. You know something? I've been to LA. There ain't nothing proper about it. Okay? This is the land that dignity forgot. Okay? Who's booing me on that? They're like, oh, LA. There's only 2 reasons to go to LA. Work and hawking jewelry. That's it. Okay? But another thing I learned is that Hollywood. God bless Hollywood. A little pisshole that is, isn't it? Yeah, oh yeah, I love Hollywood. Everyone just loves it. Especially that wonderful Hollywood Walk of Fame. Using the term fame loosely. Okay, you see like one name, you gotta walk 8 blocks to see another fucking name you recognize. Like, Buzzy Gaynor? Who the hell is this shit? They got those little pictures above the names, radio, movies, TV. I saw one that was a cave painting. That's how old the fucking guy was. This is comic gold, folks. Okay. Everyone I know, family, friends, come down to LA. They're like, let's go to Hollywood. Okay, fine. And we stand in front of the Wax Museum. Welcome to Hollywood. Isn't this beautiful? Isn't it a great place? They're like, oh, is that a star? No, that's a hooker. Where's the streets that are paved with gold? It's called urine. But they're trying to dusty it up, make it look all special. Now they got the big screen TVs and the lights and everything, and that's good, but come on, that's like putting a rose in a turd. It may look cute, it still smells like shit, alright? I think they gotta really, start thinking about updating that Hollywood song, Hooray for Hollywood! That sticky, smelly, oozy Hollywood. Where people come to see the Hollywood sign, but then they decide that they don't want to get mugged. It's my one musical number of the whole night. Thank you. Yeah, Donald O'Connor channeled me for a second there. Thank you. What else about me? I am Catholic, born and raised. I went through the whole gamut. I was baptized, first communion, confirmation. I did all that shit to get into God's frat. And, one of the aspects of Catholicism, one of the many aspects of Catholicism that I never could quite understand is the whole concept, I love you. I've been watching you from the back, believe me. You're awesome. I like that. They say that, relax, you're supposed to picture the audience in their underwear. I've got you in lingerie. I've got you in lingerie, bent over a stool right now. Okay, so you're good. I'm assuming that you're her boyfriend? Oh! Sorry, I got a chance. I got this on tape too. But one of the things about Catholicism I never quite understand or grasp is the idea of confession. Confession. Isn't that a lovely thought? So even though God is all-knowing, all-seeing, I apparently still have to go in a dark room and talk to some perfect stranger and tell my deepest, darkest secrets. Something, the last time I sat in a dark room and told somebody how much of a bad boy I was paying $4.95 a minute. So you know where my head is at on this one. But see, this thing, I was never good at confession. See, you can't go into confession and go, forgive me, Father, for I have really not done a damn thing this week. Slow. Sorry. You can't do that. And you have to understand something about me. I was and still am a wussy. I didn't like getting into trouble then, and I don't like getting into trouble now. Which has apparently turned off every woman in this room. This is getting late tonight. But so I could never do it. So I would sit there in the pews with my friends, and then maybe my turn to go in. I would go in and I would steal their sins. Shows you what kind of a life I had, where I had to steal sins. So I'd go in there and I'd be like, forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. I peeked at my sister while she was showering. I don't have a sister. I have a younger brother. And if I peeked at him while he was showering, I wouldn't tell anybody. I would shoot myself. Because that's just sick, bordering on wrong. But, isn't that great? Yeah. My brother's in the audience and I do. He's like, oh God, I heard my name. Another big problem I have are churches. Churches. Can't handle churches. Why can't I handle churches? I'll tell you why I can't handle churches. They're big buildings that make no sense. Everyone goes there to worship. The thing is, churches at first were tents. People would go in, they'd build a tent, people would go in, they'd pray, blah, 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 thank you God, they'd leave. It was like a circus. It was like Ringling Brothers. Jesus would come in on a clown car. 12 apostles each coming out one at a time. I have no idea why I just gave them pimp walks. Yo, what up, Jesus? But, God damn it, Hey, Pop, point the camera at her. Yeah, point the camera, say it away from the camera. Hey. Right on. That's not her boyfriend. This. Where am I at? Good night, everyone. That's my whole life. But, yeah, but nowadays, what do we have now? We have these large, lumbersome, monstrous creations, these buildings designed by Dracula and decorated by Liberace. Come on, those are the most gaudiest looking things on the planet, all right? It's like one Elvis painting away from a Mexican house, okay? It's just that. And I'm sorry, you will never, ever, 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 ever convince me that that's the way Jesus wanted us to remember him by, okay? It's like, can you just imagine if Jesus were actually alive when that cat came out? This is what we're going to remember you by. Look at you, a rotten corpse hanging on two sticks. That's the way we want to remember you by. Big has Abe Lincoln going like this with a bullet in his head. I always thought that the animatronic, Abe Lincoln at Disney should have like a John Wilkes Booth just pop up, pants. I think that would be brilliant. I have to warn you folks, this is a no segue show. I just go from topic to topic to topic. There's no connection whatsoever except that it's my own head that's doing it. Right? So I feel a closeness happening here. I feel like, especially you, I feel a closeness going on here. Okay, folks? So I feel like I can share a little bit with you. Do you mind if I share a little bit with you? Okay. No. Okay, yes. No. Okay, sure. I'm not gonna like jizz on you. I don't quite know what you're expecting. This is not a Gallagher concert, okay? You can put the slicker down for a second. I mean, it's close to the topic we're going to discuss right now, and but yeah, I do have a thing I have to confess. It's a little tough, but I like sex. Okay, Oh, God, that was tough. Ladies, I know that was a shocking thing to hear coming from a man. I know, but it's true. I love sex. I love seeing 1, 2, 8, 20, 40 bodies going at it at the same time. I think that's... But the thing is, I know, see, here's the thing. I love sex. I love foreplay. I love going down on a woman. Can I say that again? Thank you, from the back, right there. The woman in the back is applauding, okay? I love going down on a woman. I love the idea of it. The idea of getting a hairier beard is okay in my book. The opportunity to look like Dracula is fine by me. No. Every man into his house, right? I love going down on a woman. Love it, love it, love it. I can't believe I just said it in front of my mother. She's like, good Lord Almighty. I warned her about this. She's going to be like, erase that tip when we get home. Erase that tip when we get home. Oh, Mom, it gets worse. It's... Wow. Now, I know there are quite a few women out there who like to do the whole sitting on the face bit. Now, I'm a strong proponent of that. I think it's a brilliant, brilliant concept. Hey, turn my face into a bicycle seat, cool. Right? But if you are a fan, ladies, of the whole sitting on the face bit, and you hear this noise, get up. Trust me, get up. We cannot split your lips and use you as a snorkel. Okay. We're not trying to get kinky, we're losing consciousness. Okay. Now, guys, you're not off the hook on this one either. I need to ask you, when your female friend or whoever is going out on you, what's with the whole trying to make her gag bit? I'm not quite sure what the whole, thing of, doing that thing is. I mean, she's doing you a favor, so quit trying to force her to swallow Mahatma, okay? I personally think that is a form of, they're trying to make themselves feel better, okay? If you make her choke and you're like this, fine, you know what, you've earned that right. Okay? But if you're like this, you're only lying to yourself. That's my time, I'm out of here.